just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Can't find an exit. I wander in a maze alone. If I find you, will you shock me? Left and right. Pretty sure that I've been here before, and it isn't what I wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. Your voice like an angel, been chain smoking all month long, like you're someone I believe in. Am I only elaborate? Someone you can test things on. This isn't what I signed up for. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to. I just wanted. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt, kicking in the sand and stirring up trouble. I just wanted you to watch me dissolve slowly in a pool full of your love. But I don't even know how the chemistry works when your poolside kicking in the dirt.
Muted, and we are live. I'm Ronnie Harris of the Limitless channel, and I'm joined by Jason Laufenberg of the Awake Souls channel. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well as could be expected for
Yeah.
a day of disappointment, right?
Well, I guess we could say that, right off the top. We're having all kinds of issues. I can completely understand what's going on with Team Satan. They're all like totally scared. They don't know what's coming. Like, they think they're about to take. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the sound here. They think they're about to take control of the world, right? I haven't seen more of a satanic agenda being promoted than I have this year, especially like now that we have Biden as the president. So what's your first feelings on the topics while I fix this?
Yeah, so I mean, everybody that's followed along knows that I was really pulling for pull the rug, and I want to make it super clear the reason why I was pulling for pull the rug, and it's not because I somehow inclined towards Trump and think that Trump is somehow better than Biden. Other than that, for me, he's easier to listen to. So, I mean, Trump is the guy that is on the temple coin. He said he's the chosen one. People that saw the video, sort of like the promo video I did for tonight, should be able to see that I'm clearly mocking both Trump and Biden. Like, they're just two evil guys. It's not like one's better than the other. I think they're both Jesuits, right? They both went to Jesuit colleges. Everybody has heard that Trump's like top Freemason, I guess in America or something. And so do I think either one of these guys is better for the United States than the other? Not necessarily, but one of the things that I dislike the most is having to do political commentary. So we're trying to stay abreast with current events, and political commentary I've always found ultra boring, and guys like Biden make it super, super worse. So, I mean, Obama was only good in front of like a stadium of people for a rally type event. If he was just doing one of his hour-long speeches, it was just like a snoozer. Like people probably saw what's his name, Clinton today, falling asleep. Like these are just head nodders, and I'm thinking to myself, man, do we, as things progress, we have to stay abreast on this type of commentary, and to me that's like painful. I'm like, this hurts, and I'm hoping for something exciting, and I didn't get it, so disappointment, right? But you gotta have big boy pants, and you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you gotta do this all over again. So like tonight's topic is really what now. So I was putting this off, saying it's not until the 20th that I'm gonna have to address pull the rug. Not happening. I didn't see it going the Biden way, but now I have to concede that point. So what next? That's going to be the topic tonight, and we need everybody's input in the chat on this as well, because
Well,
we're treading in fresh waters, right?
well, everybody already knows that. I think I'm really loud. I think everybody already knows that I saw them pulling the rug on the Republican side, on the Patriots. I saw the play. I didn't want it to be true. I still don't. The worst of the worst are now in control, right? We could imagine, we had very limited amount of false flags. We haven't had too many major controversies since the Nashville thing or the Vegas thing, right? Which was, I believe, in 2016. So it's been really low key. Except for the cerveza bug, the coronavirus, everybody knows. Like, unfortunately, that wasn't low key. That was crap. But what I have noticed is now that it was Lady Gaga that opened up the inauguration thing, and like Team Satan is full steam ahead. I hope that what my prediction was is now that they've got this new shiny toy where, they think they control the House, they control the Senate, they've got the president. Maybe they're going to be busy off celebrating and not spending as much time censoring us, censoring free speech. I'm hoping that the opposite effect happens, that we actually get boosted from this. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, we already know
you are talking about the left, though, right? They are the ones that are doing the censoring. They are the Facebooks, the Twitters, YouTubes.
Well, to be honest, when the left was in control with Obama, bro, I would get 10 to 20,000 views a video. Not to say that I deserved them. I was just talking about topics that were exciting at the time. But I would like to see more eyes on our content, and I'm trying to manifest it on the opposite direction. So I know that there is going to be a great pulling of the rug against Team Satan, right? Righteousness is going to be victorious. We know that, right? We just don't know what the chances are that it's going to happen right now, if it's going to take a little bit more time. So you've heard my prediction. I think that they're going to be off busy playing with their new toy. They're going to be busy, and we're going to have a chance to have free speech again. So what do you think? What are your predictions?
Predictions. Now, each one of these presidents seems to just lay, what's the terminology I'm looking for? What's that one that you always talk about? Pushing the
Overton window.
So, in a similar sense that Obama got away with this much. Right. So during Obama's administration, the national debt like almost doubled or something like that. And then that seemed ridiculous. And then during Trump's, it like doubled. Right. And at a point where doubling is now also way more radical. So Trump said some stuff on his way out today, like, he accomplished a lot, and he really thinks that Biden's gonna have a great administration and be successful, and America's going to be great again. And so I'm just thinking in my head, all right, so he's laid this X amount of road work as far as destroying us this far, and now it's Biden's turn. And Yeah, there's, like Seth Jordan pointed out, there's still people that are going to be on the hopium. Um, Hopium for me isn't Trump being president, because I understand that he's like in an answer to the truth. So Jesuit, Freemason, they seem to go back to the same time period as far as like the modern organizations are recognized. And they come out of the Vatican. So these are directly Vatican driven groups. And it does appear in a hierarchical standpoint that the Jesuits are sort of like higher in rank than the Freemasons. Although there's all these peons. So the Freemasons have their little blue lodge or something like that, the first 3 degrees. These people are just dummies that get played. I don't know if the Freemasons have like a little blue group like that. They seem to be more like the leaders and organizers and people that are willing to infiltrate and kill and all that kind of stuff. So it's all the same stuff. If you've sworn an oath, you haven't done it to the creator of this world. You've done it to a satanic entity. And the secrecy oath is all about hiding truth, right? So they keep truth for themselves. They want to keep it private. They use that for their own power, for gaining control and stuff like that. And it's absolutely super anti-biblical, anti-Christian. In fact, we know that the people that have sworn oaths that haven't recanted, they're going to have their place in hell. They're going to burn for eternity.
With that said, we know the outcome of all of the choices that everyone makes. If you choose to go with Team Satan and you don't like humble yourself and submit to the Creator on your own, not forced, then we know you're off to destruction. You will burn. The light is going to get so bright in this realm that everything that's not of that bright light is going to be incinerated, right? We know that. That's what the scriptures say. What we're looking for is the kickoff to the Great Tribulation. Now, we could be a year, we could be 6 months, we don't know. But what we do know is that we're seeing signs around us. We're seeing things in the sky. We're actually back onto the correct calendar now. We're actually following what it was commanded of us in Genesis and in Enoch and many other times. We're actually following the true Creator's calendar. So we've got the true original Paleo-Hebrew name, the language spoken of the angels. That's why we go with Yahweh and Yahushai, the first language that lasted up until the fall of Babel, right? The tower that was taken down. We're in this time period now where we see like Satan is just flat out in the open, right? He's working through his people. He's possessing people. Anyone who's willing to give their mind over to him, he's right there like Johnny on the spot. But what I do see is there is a pushback. There's a pushback from specifically me and you and everyone in the chat, everyone that's on Facebook, that's putting out memes, that's sharing truth, that's sharing this content that we do. You're in the spiritual war. We went over the spiritual war the other day. Basically, what I see happening is the satanic elite, the New World Order, whatever you want to call them, the Illuminati bloodline families. I don't even like the word Illuminati. It's just retarded to me. It's a bunch of joke. It's nonsense, right? They're going to try to inch their way forward to their agenda, which is going to be obviously digital currency, the mark of the beast. Everything is going right as planned. The other thing that I'm seeing too is, with the vaccine agenda, are they going to sterilize the population? Are they going to make people brain dead? Is there going to be like a Xanax added to the shot where like all of a sudden people are spiritually incapable of connecting with the Father? These are the questions that I have moving forward. Now, the title, what do we do next? Obviously, what do we do next? We put out crazy content. We lift our voices up. We do higher quality content. No matter what, like when we went to go live today, everything in my OBS studio was just completely shifted and rearranged. I am going to let everyone know that I called Satan out in the video that we'll watch later. I'm not afraid, and I'm not afraid to show other people that I don't fear Satan. The only person I fear is the Creator, the Father of us all, right? And His Son, the one who everything was created through. Other than that, like I've got my my pants pulled up, my socks are on, I've got like I'm ready to go, my shirt's pressed. I'm like, let's do this. If we're gonna battle, we're gonna battle. What do we do next is a question that I'd like to ask you yourself, Jason, and everyone in the chat. What do you all think the next moves should be? Right? Not just what I want. What do you guys want? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create content. I'm going to fight like a son of a... I'm not going to stop. Like, he's going to have to kill me, like, to get me out of here. And that's a win-win anyways, right?
Yeah, I say it's, you put the pedal down and don't even bother to look in the rear view mirror. All right, just put the pedal down and look at the road ahead and drive smart, but drive fast, drive hard. Our content, like Ronnie's got a video that he's going to be dropping sometime during this hangout, something new that he made. So now all of a sudden we're starting to fire on the cylinders as far as making, I think, I don't know if I'm tooting my own horn, just nice looking quality graphics and great content, truthful, honest stuff that you can share with somebody and not have to say, well, this part of it is a satanic lie or that part's a satanic lie. Just making solid truth. Now, as far as other people are concerned, I can't even imagine if we had other people that were making content that was truthful, that wanted to be a part of this, that we started compiling all this stuff together. I mean, it would be pretty fun and exciting to watch this all the time. So I would love to see that happen. It would be amazing. How far do we have to wait until we see this great tribulation kick off? I don't know. Like, one of the things as far as finding the true correct Hebrew biblical calendar is this identifying Passover, because it's a really key date as far as finding the Lord's evening meal. This has to do with the resurrection. Could this be something that we need to be queued up for? It's like coming up in April, late April would be the true one. It seems a ways away already. I'm like, I want this to happen now. Like the 20th would have been not too late, in my opinion. But we have to have the patience, like people have said in the chat. It's not our calendar, it's the Creator's calendar. So we have to work within that. And if we get our heart set on something that that doesn't pan out and we wreck our heart all over it, it's not going to do us any good. Right? So go ahead.
Yeah, we got a guy in the chat, Daniel Thomas, who said, I don't think Satan messed with your OBS. He said, given this is a small channel with very little active subscribers, I very much doubt that you matter at all. Oh, man. I couldn't have heard some funnier if I even thought of it myself. That had to be one of the funniest things. What Daniel doesn't realize is this is a spiritual war. Everything that Jason and I do are spiritual weapons. YouTube, OBS, and the content we create are actually ammunition. They're bullets, they're bombs, they're nukes, right? Real nukes, because they happen in the spiritual world, not in a physical realm that you might think that you live in. This is a supernatural realm we live in. And yes, the only thing that Satan can do is censor my channel, which he's done since 2015, not get me any views, just keep me as censored as possible. And the second thing that he can do is try to mess with my setup so that when I go live, I got to rebuild the whole thing in hopes that he thinks that I might quit. The thing that he doesn't know is that every time he does that, it actually makes me try harder. It makes me want to do better content. So, because doesn't matter how small your channel is. It doesn't matter if you're just one person posting memes. All that matters is that you actually are in the spiritual war, because what you put out into the ether, the angels can actually like super boost and power boost your words so that everyone else in the realm can actually feel the content that you're creating, whether you have 1 view or 1 billion. So, it's a great opportunity that Daniel brought this up for me to explain that to people. Every single person here matters.
Well, and here's a couple unegotistical, documentable, verifiable, time-stamped things that for being these small, very, very, very small watched, audience right here, we have done things like we defeated the top heliocentric shills in the world. There's no heliocentrist in the world that can take on Ronnie and I in a debate. We've already knocked off the top guys and made them look like clowns. And then for people that know that Earth's not a spinning ball flying through space, how many people learned that the popular AE map and model is impossible? And if they heard about it, who do you think the source of that information was? Chances are they found out about it through us. Then as far as the nature of this reality, how many channels out there still promote atomism, right? Kabbalistic atomism, that everything's made up of atoms and stuff like that. We've shown people the evidence that we're in a simulation. Like Ronnie mentioned earlier, we've pointed out the actual true names of the Creator and the Christ. And this is not to mention a whole bunch of ancillary topics, like if people have heard that jet fuel is one of those big psyops out there, chances are you probably heard about it through us. If you've heard about over unity engines, if you're like, for small channels, we really have quite the record.
If you've heard of the fact that there's clouds being filmed behind the sun and the moon, and it's not due to focal length, because when you zoom in all the way, the clouds actually still stay behind the sun and the moon. That way, if it was due to focal length, the issue of like when you can get the effect of a power line, the only problem is as soon as you zoom in, that power line comes back into its focal position and you actually see that it's in front. So we've done that. We've absolutely obliterated the fact that what people think is an atom or an electron is absolute CGI nonsense. As well as Jason was the one who pioneered the fact that hydrogen implodes, right? Or compressed air cools. This goes against the laws of thermodynamics. So, albeit a small channel, we have a great group of people in the chat. There's great people that comment. There's super intelligent people that are here searching for truth just like us. And I happen to think the reason why it's so small is not only because we're censored, that's obvious, but the main reason is because if there's a billion people, it's not a precious commodity. What we have here in this truth realm, what we go through and express as a team, is the utmost of preciousness. It's limitlessness preciousness, right? So anyone who ever thinks, oh, and the other thing too, if Satan keeps our numbers low, people are generally, oh, this guy's got 5,500 subscribers, his content. I've done over 400 or 500 videos published, more than that unpublished. So what happened where I went to 5,500 in a couple of years, and then now I haven't been able to grow, including both of us have documented that YouTube literally unsubscribes everyone from our channel. You literally have to click on our channels. But at the end of the day, I don't care if only one person hears what I have to say, because I still believe in my heart that everything that we do, it goes out through the realm and it permeates and everybody is affected by it. So what else are people saying in the chat?
Well, and there's a sense of duty that comes if you're an honest, responsible, righteous person. There's a sense of duty that comes with knowledge, that once you've acquired a knowledge that other people don't have, it's a truth. There should be an obligation, a sense of responsibility to actually share that with others. That you're not the slave that buries the treasure, and you're the one that figures out ways to add. Like, I can't think of the term right now. Sorry, everybody. I'm in allergy season, so I'm fogged up in the head.
With great power comes great responsibility, and as people that share scriptures, Jason and I, we wholly believe them, every single word that proceedeth from the mouth of the Creator. And it says in there that we're going to be held at a higher level of judgment because we decided to open our mouths and speak. And what the Creator is looking is for people to do that. That's, if we don't, so Satan has his team like Biden and all these other people that did what they did to get where they are. We don't know, did they create adrenochrome? Did they do all this stuff? Is that what goes on? Are they sacrificing things and doing things on tape just absolutely so that they can be possessed by, the fallen Nephilim, right? Whereas we, as true believers in the Word and the Father in His way, we allow ourselves, by being righteous, to be possessed by the Holy Spirit, and that is what does all the teaching. It knows all the truth, and it is what confides in us and comfort. If you allow yourself to be righteous and you open your mouth and you speak truth, the Holy Spirit dwells within you. It's like one of the most joyous things you could ever have. Like, I could imagine that, like, Biden right now is like just imbibed, just totally lust power, thinking that he's just the greatest man ever to be born into this realm. That's the way he probably feels. But you can have the exact same effect with the Holy Spirit, where it's actually way more comforting, right? I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what I feel.
I don't know if it's all an act or if he's actually senile. Who knows how much he's like all pumped up about this, or how much he even knows or understands what took place. I mean, he does seem a little bit senile, right? So I don't know. Tonight, I've got maybe two things to screen share relating to the election, and you've got your new video. How do you want to go through all this? Okay.
I'm sure everybody's like, he's muted, he's muted. I know. Yeah, so we could, we could do your screen share and then come back, talk a little bit more. I'll play my video. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm perceiving it too. So yeah, what we can do is go into the quick screen share. Let me see if that's even set up correctly. So you'll have to do a screen share there, brother.
All right.
And we'll see how that goes. But again, what do we do next? We fight. We fight for the truth. We do everything we can to raise our voices. That's what we do, right? Let me just make sure this is all good. No, it's a little distorted. I don't know how that happens. Unbelievable, guys.
All right. I can't see now if where we're at. Let me know when to go.
Yeah, it just looks really fuzzy, to be honest with you. I got it presented, but it's not clear. I don't know why. Maybe it's not clear on your end.
No, it's clear.
It is, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's not clear on my end at all. But it is what it is. Nobody can read it. But you can read it.
So I talked with Yahweh's daughter about this. It was something that I had noticed while I was paying attention to the inauguration. And so the title of this thread on Godlike is, "What a Joke, Biden Can't Be President with That Cheap Oath He Took." And I know Yahweh's daughter picked up on the difference in Biden's oath, and I picked up on it. Wonder how many else that are listening tonight picked up on it as well. So I'm not much of a movie person, but I do have like this one all-time favorite. And so this absolutely reminds me of The Princess Bride. So I just want to, most people have probably, heard or seen the movie The Princess Bride. And so there's the marriage scene. And you've got Humperdinck, you've got the princess. He's trying to wed her, and you've got the goofy priest that starts with marriage, right?
Marriage.
All right, so that's goofy. But then, so as this progresses along, you've got Wesley that's coming to save the princess. You got Humperdinck that's trying to get this ceremony over with because Wesley's coming to save the princess, and he's getting frustrated and he wants to just get this over with.
Here comes my Wesley now.
Transit, the portcullis!
I killed him myself.
Then why is there fear behind your eyes?
All right. Getting closer, getting closer.
Give us the gate key.
Man and wife. Say man and wife. Man and wife. Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite. I'll
So
be there
he
shortly.
got the priest to say man and wife, and it was taken like, all right, it's all good, right? You're married. Well, we find out later that unless if you actually say I do, right? If it's part of a ceremony, unless if you
You have
actually
to
say
perform the ritual correctly.
you have to perform the ritual correctly. You can't just say man and wife and be married. That's
Yeah, like completely
not how
right.
it works.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the issue here. Like, how many people picked up that when Kamala got sworn in, Kamala had to go through the whole defend the country against foreign and domestic, all that kind of stuff, and that the Biden got none of that. If you listen,
it was weird, right? It was really short, right?
Yeah. Let's hear Biden's swearing quick here and see if this.
And the Bible too. It was really odd the size of it, right? I don't think that was the same.
Thick Bible, right?
Wasn't the same as Trump's. No.
Let's see where we're at here.
To defend
Right, so a little bit.
and repeat after me. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do
He
solemnly
seemed like he
swear
was even having trouble. Like he was afraid he was going to get his name wrong.
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States,
and will, to the best of my ability,
will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me
Man
God.
and wife. Right there.
Wow.
So help you God, right? Maybe it's just like cut right to.
He didn't say I do, right? Is that what
Well,
you're
no,
pointing
I
out?
think he. So he does say, "So help me God." I think let's give him that.
Which
Help
God?
me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
That was like the shortest. They should have just said, "So help you God," and he should have said, "Yeah, so help me God."
Sorry.
That's it, right?
Come
That's all he
on.
really swore to is,
What
"So
a
help me
joke.
God."
You know, and he was just like fumbling over his words. You know, I guess it might be sort of entertaining to watch this guy, but Trump was a lot more entertaining. This guy's just like lulls you to sleep with his like grossness.
Yeah, well, Trump was a reality TV star. I mean, he had people tuning in to hear him say, "You're fired."
Yeah, he could read transcript for hours, right? He was like, he campaigned, he went live every day for 3 hours for months, right? We've never seen a president do this before, ever. You know, what we could do also is you could play your intro video. We haven't done that yet. I don't know if everybody's seen it in the chat. It is a good video. I like it, and it does show basically some funny stuff that we've seen going on, so.
Yeah, hopefully everybody gets the point that I'm mocking the snot out of these guys. My preference is for the Great Tribulation to get started, not either one of them as president.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let's see here. The other clip that I had, let's go ahead and let's get these troops out of the way. I thought this was so this was after the inauguration.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this really made me laugh too.
And so you got President Biden reviews the readiness of the military troops in a pass.
Come on, the readiness. This is the ready troops. Who are they going to fight? Who's fighting?
Let's check out these ready troops, bro.
Are these guys taking on Iran?
Should I go full screen?
Or is
here?
it China? It's got to be China, right? Or Russia. Biden hates Russia. If you're going to go full screen, Let me just make sure that I have this correctly. Just give me a second, please. I have to keep up with you. If we move things around, it changes stuff, right? But I can make it better. You know, it's crazy. I know people say that there's no way that, you know, anything would mess with our systems, but I strongly disagree. Things should just...
We're ready to go live tonight, and every OBS scene that your microphone was in, it wasn't there anymore.
That was the first issue, right?
Yeah, and then where you put us into the scene, our cameras, even though it was set up, they were supposed to be on, all that, they weren't there. They weren't showing up. So
no, they were gone. So I had to rebuild our scenes, right? And that sounds like a spiritual attack. But, you know, it's never going to stop us. And two, also because of the way that I did the intro, I tried to turn us dancing on and realizing that every time I click off that scene, it restarts it again. I was like, It's okay. You know what, everybody, we work together. We make mistakes. You know, in my video, I'm going to tell you guys, I make mistakes. And every time I do, I try to learn from it. So a good reason that all this happened was so that I could say, hey, I'm learning from my mistakes.
I know those two words, forward march. I think I've uttered that a time or two. Let's listen and watch.
All right, so we've seen all the North Korea and China videos where it looks like they have, you know, 2 billion soldiers lined up, and they've got all their, you know, missiles on trucks. Of course, missiles are fake, everyone. But here's the readiness of our troops. Here they come. But even a small high school band in a rural city, they could really compete with these guys.
Yeah, just for quick laughs, when you're done this, I put a link in the chat for the Korean one, and we can do a little bit of a comparison.
These guys, you know, they got masks on, but if you sort of look around the edges of the mask, a lot of these soldiers look like they're well into their 70s. All right. These guys got the bayonets, trench coats. I'm sorry, I'd be so embarrassed if I was the president having to watch this.
Yeah, the best is yet to come, right? Wait
Wait
for the flutes.
Goofballs, man. These guys hand up, saluting. All right, so this costume right here, I think, is funny. The laced up white socks, the white gloves,
yeah, the flood socks are great, right? They're ready to march through the rivers, right?
They got those things on their head that you can twist an orange or a lemon on to juice it or something.
Yeah. Is this the Marines? Are these like people on boats or something? Is that what it is? Like they're sea hats or something? Like they look like, what a joke, man. Like, who are these people going to fight? Come on.
And those 100-year-old guns.
With bayonets, they're going to be stabbing people on the field, right? Some more bayonets, right?
Bayonets, trench coats.
That guy looks like a German outfit. That one there. Maybe it's the masks. They just
I mean, they're not like their cadence. They're not in perfect lines. They don't all look the same direction.
They're not stepping together at all.
These guys, I love these guys.
What is it? The Pirates. This is the Pirate Division. Let me guess. Is this Space Force, bro?
Space Force should have their guys like flying through with jetpacks and stuff. Right?
Yes, that would be hilarious, bro. Keep it going.
Come on, this is like Renaissance parade type stuff.
Yeah, like what is this? Like the Civil War or something? What's this throwback for? What are those hats even supposed to protect, bro? What is that? Clown shoe outfits.
Biden's inspecting the readiness. Look at the way this guy's like strutting to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he took his hat off. Rewind that. Get the pirouette with the hat, right?
Yeah.
He lets everybody see. And of course, I had to make the screen smaller on the screen so that we could see it all. But here we go. Watch the pirouette. This is great. You know, I don't even think these. I wonder if these are just actors. I don't even think that they're military, right? I don't.
Yeah, I mean they're not. These guys aren't in cadence. They're not.
They don't look like they've been marching for the past 20 years, right?
No.
You know what I was just
didn't salute those guys.
You know what I was just thinking? I bet you like this is all that Biden's going to use for military now. All the other ones are going to quit, right? It's just going to be these guys with the flutes and the pirate hats.
Oh.
Ready for a flood with a bayonet.
This guy.
Oh. This Joker. He's got the fur.
How did these guys get away without wearing masks?
Oh, I forgot to point out the other guy had a wig on, right? This guy has a wig on too. These like,
yeah, they're all wigs.
Who thinks it's normal for a grown man to put a long gray curly wig on, right? I think that's effing out there.
Wear tights and walk around playing the piccolo.
with that furry hat on, right? Like and a wig, right? They probably got makeup on too, right?
They got all these fire extinguishers back here because these guys are so hot.
They're on.
They were afraid they were going to have to put them out. They're on fire. Watch this stuff. Go America.
Oh, tap your toes, boys. Bunch of fairies. Come on, these ain't military, bro. Where's the real military out there? I need you guys to step up and call this out. Come on. You know, there's tons of them on Facebook. I see them all the time.
Yeah. Like,
this is your fellow. This is what you want to be represented as? Look at that guy. He almost got blown over there in the middle. The wind took him down. He's such a furious warrior. He's ready, though. He's ready. They're ready. They can tap their toe. Is this how they're going to march in war? Oh, quick step, bro. Is this Yankee Doodle?
Yeah, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony.
Oh boy, we're like I said, maybe like the New World Order or Team Biden, they're just going to be absolute fairy failures. We're all just going to sit watching the train wreck go by. It might be actually funny.
Well, this whole thing I really felt was put on by Disney.
Yes.
The songs that the singers did, I felt like
all they needed was a fairy to put the glitter over top of the Capitol building. Well, they did this nonsense. Mm-hmm. The little Twitter twinkle flitter or whatever you want to say.
Just like Disney has their parades or whatever. Like these are the dressed up costume people.
Yeah. You're so right, bro. They're just actors. They probably are from Disney just because it's closed, right? This is where they brought them.
They're normally sweeping trash at Disney and walking the parades and stuff, and then they just brought them in for the inauguration.
It's absolutely hilarious. Thank you very much, Biden team, for giving us this content. Serve us up more, please. Yeah, was there any like serious military flyovers or anything. Trump had all those like stealth bombers go over top of his inauguration, right? And you remember he walked down the street with his fur coat on or whatever. He was the capo de Kuta Capi, the Don of the Dons. What is this, bro? Biden gets.
This is the show of the American military might under Biden.
I'm sorry, everybody. What the hell? These guys are tapping their toes like fairies playing the piccolo to Yankee Doodle. What are we living in? This is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
It's hilarious.
You said you dropped a link to something?
Yeah, the Korean counterpart. Like, and how many people does Korea have compared to the
in the link in our chat? Or
yeah, you'll have to scroll up. I don't know the exact population of Korea, but I don't think it's anywhere near. Well, maybe it is. They like to reproduce, I guess. Smaller people make more babies. Is that what it is? But yeah, their military. So you saw that what the Americans are putting forth with the toe tap and piccolo Yankee Doodles. And then this is just the first link that came up. I didn't do any serious research into it. But look at that. He's serious. Let's do the contrast. There's Illuminati Young Jung, right? And his son is Kim.
They had the old like film cameras.
Is that a Marxist guy?
Now look at this camera they got set up here. This one's modern, but this one right here.
That's from the 50s, bro.
Yeah, we're talking film in those canisters right there.
That's absolutely hilarious. But let's see their march. Like compared to the toe tapping Yankee Doodles. Right? Oh, there's no sound. Oh, it looks like CGI. It does, bro.
They got their pink feathers.
And they got pink feathers, yeah. Remember, this is the first link I found, right? Go full screen.
Everybody with the rocket launchers.
Full screen, bro.
Yep. Let's get these rocket launchers.
Oh, they don't have. Do they have bayonets? No.
No, they got rocket launchers.
Rocket launchers on their guns?
No, they just carry around rocket launchers. Watch.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't stop laughing.
These dance steps.
Yeah, and they're completely choreographed, right?
The women?
Oh, they got women. Eat your heart out, Team USA. No trannies here. Wow. It's got such a more upbeat tempo to it. They all got guns? Damn,
Yeah.
bro. You don't want to go to war against Korea. Not playing the piccolo, right?
Their chicks carry.
I can't believe this.
Those guys have their like night.
What year is
nightcap.
this? Is there like a year? Did I pick one from like the 80s or something? I don't know. It looks old, but
2010.
okay, so it's pretty old. Maybe that's why. It's quite the production though, right?
Yeah, they probably have better helmets than these ones now.
Yeah. That was just the first one I clicked on. I figured here, why waste my time, right? But what is it? What did it different? Go back to the United States? Or you can keep it on. All those people look super annoyed.
Here comes the tanks rolling down.
What did
the street.
Biden have? There was no tanks. There was no flyovers of any serious gliders that they have, right? He didn't have anything. There was no military force at all there for Biden. I can't, except for those guys that were sleeping, eating pizzas, right?
Yeah, so they roll the tanks through. Oh, then here comes the missile trucks. Got the wrong sound effect playing for now. All these tanks are like washed and waxed. There's not a
Wow.
spot on them.
Yeah, someone did their work, right? Their pink feathers. That's Kim Un Jong's dad. That's the dad, right?
Yeah. So USA got embarrassed today when it comes to military dancing.
Well, maybe go to a modern CCP parade or something, the Communist Chinese Party or whatever it is. Someone asked to see a comparison, but all we need to do is find the video. D-Truth says, testosterone was flowing with Gaga, Big Mike, and J-Lo in the same room. Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see all that.
Here's 2019.
It was gross. Look at that. Full screen.
Okay.
Oh, there's some serious rockets, right? Those trucks would be blown into the sky if they tried to launch. Is this even real? This is CGI,
is this
bro.
a movie?
I think he's green screen, bro. I don't think it's real. I really don't think this is real. Sorry.
This has got to be a movie that.
Look at his face. Oh man, this is so rich. He's just chilling.
Let's get some marching.
Yeah.
There's the red flags.
It's like 5 times the size of the width of the road. As
There
our
we
road.
go.
There we go, yeah.
Military parades.
Look at those Jeeps, bro. Look at those anti-aircraft. Oh, here
What
comes.
is this thing coming?
Whoa. Is that their stealth glider? Looks like a bee or something. Whoa, those look fast. You think they could carry any weapons?
No fuel.
Yeah, you can look for the fuel. I'll look for the weapons. Look at the size of the
I want to see
thrusters.
the cockpit. No, these must be drones, huh? There's no cockpit.
No, yeah. How do you get in the thing? Good call, bro.
Yeah, no window.
Maybe they're for the aliens.
They probably got those new helmets that you can, you just look around, right? Here comes their missile trucks.
That guy's serious. Oh, here we go. Again, I ask, if that missile...
Look at that. As far back as you can see, they brought all their missiles out.
If you do the math here, if you do what's in reality, the amount of thrust that one of these things would be used to actually take off, like all these things here looks like propane tanks, right? If this was real and that thing was going to launch off that truck, the amount of force that would throw that trailer would send the thing flying. The size of the base of the rocket would have to generally be larger than the rocket itself. I don't know how people don't see this when they see this type of propaganda. It's retarded.
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's bad. So here's some of their people. Are they gonna dance in this one too?
They probably will dance.
Do you remember those the military games that were going on as far as the beginning of Cerveza Bug?
Yeah. In Wuhan?
Yeah, it was all dance. It was a dance show.
Who was it? Jackie Chan sang, right? He did. To kick off the Cerveza. Look at that, eh? Choreographed feather waving. It's high level, bro. Carrying that huge idol.
I think it's CGI.
It might not be, bro. I don't know. What else do they do?
I don't know.
These people, right?
I don't know. So there's all that.
Go back to ours. One more time.
Where is that?
This is what Biden got. Hit play. There we go. Go USA. On a pony. Going to town. Riding on a pony. Lost his feather in his hat now.
The drum cadence is like any middle schooler.
It's such a joke, man. Now, something else we could talk about is QAnon.
Well, then this is the hold up.
What happened to the Q folk?
I guess Seth said that they're still hanging on with the hopium.
What? They think that the rug's still going to be pulled?
Yeah, they're gonna come in and arrest, drain the swamp,
lock up the pedophiles, right? It's still full ahead. This was all part of the plan to put Kamala and Biden in, right? That was part of the plan. You know.
Yeah. So
every single
Kamala's a bad one as far as the voting record's concerned. It's like the most radical, and then we looked into who it's married to, and
yep,
that really does look like a
Ashkenazi.
and then there's the whole.
Oh.
Now, can you say gay couple anymore?
I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely now, right? Everything's gonna be, but not gay. You might have to say like partners.
Yeah. So I don't know. Chances are we'll have to go into that. Should I play that video as long as I got the screen share, and then I'll throw it back to you?
Yes, sir. I'd love to see it. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go full screen. This was me just mocking as much as I can this whole situation. I will mute.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair.
Be still and know that I am God.
for voting for Kanye.
Yeah, so we got a couple answers to questions that I had in this making of this video. Trump's out, he's off to Florida and all that, but I still have other questions that remain unanswered. Like, why all the troops there? Why? I know that the Simpsons don't have to be right about everything, but why all the predictive programming put in place? I mean, they had him on the escalator, they had him as president.
Kanye actually ran, right?
Right. All that kind of stuff. It was all geared towards Trump. There's none of that for Biden at all. So
no. Well, he had the toe tapping flute players or whatever, right?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked by it. But here we are. So we got to figure out what we're going to do going forward, right?
Yeah.
You want the screen share now?
Yeah, we're going to continue to put out really good content, and we're never going to stop, right?
Never going to stop.
So yeah, I guess I'll throw my video up, and then we can come back on camera for a bit. Let me get the screen share going. Yeah, so hopefully everybody had a good time so far tonight. We enjoyed making y'all laugh. That's what we want to do. You know, we definitely need to laugh. We need to have fun. That's what I think. So I guess everybody just fasten your seatbelt. Let's watch a new video. I'm thankful to have it. And we'll talk after. Dear friends, how could we fall so far from the truth? What is it inside us that holds us back and casts darkness into this realm? When we were young, we never knew that life would be so hard. How could we have known what laid ahead? If only we could have done better. Just found a way. Kept quiet at times when our words hurt the ones we loved. If only we spoke out against injustice. If we stood up for the weak, we should have fed the poor and cared for the sick. And like you, I too am flawed. I felt pain and sadness. Yet deep inside me, my spirit cries out. The light within me builds up and rises like the shining sun. My soul sets sail with the winds of truth, driving me to greater heights, unto greener pastures, and the places where righteousness dwell. This is the time we raise our voice. We will not stand by as wickedness spreads. We will never back down in the face of the enemy. We will fight. We will rise. This is the dawning of a new day. A chance. A real chance to make right all the pain and mistakes we caused. Our battle is one of the spirit, not one of guns and bombs. We'll meet in the air and we'll cast our fiery arrows of truth straight through the head of the enemy. We do not hide in shadows. We do not plot in secret. No, we fight in the light that came into being on its own accord and manifest itself. We are the voice crying out in the wilderness. We are the warriors that reside outside of time. Our light is just beginning to shine, and as it spreads itself throughout this world, the darkness will no longer have places of rest. The ones who plan and plot to control will be cast down to the depths of the void. The kind-hearted will be seen rejoicing in the streets, and those who suffered will be held so tight. There will be no home for the wicked left here. They will be burnt up like chaff by the light. You will know that now you're not alone, and you will never be alone again. We came here to witness to this truth. We will not fail. This is our calling, our message, and it has been sent. And now this message has been received. And just as the moon casts her light to comfort those in the night, hear you us with the message of hope we send. Your thirst has been quenched, your sweat turned to light, your anger changed to compassion. You have become metamorphosed forever. And just as the stars shine in the sky, so too will your etched name forever sparkle on the walls of our house. The lion is laying with the lamb. The time is here. We are all changed with the twinkling of an eye. We proclaim the straight path home. We are the guides. We are the lighthouse bringing you to shore. There will never again be a place for sadness and pain. We will all reign as kings and queens of light. And just as the wind blows, so too will your love reach from one end of earth to the other. We rise. We fight. We are the children of the light. Your move, bitch, Satan. And there it is, right? There's the new video. Hopefully everybody liked it. I told you I was gonna, did I not? I wasn't hiding that at all. Let's see here. Let's go back on camera. Let me move the mic. Hold on, I'll get stuff back together. Hopefully everybody liked it. I enjoyed making it. Like I said, I'm trying to come up with new style of content, trying to push the boundaries. Let me turn the desktop back on so people can hear Jason. Get your opinion of it. So what'd you think, bro?
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You're my content creator in arms. Like you're You're my bro when it comes to making content, and I can tell you're fired up, and I'm excited, super excited.
Yeah, it was fun. I could have made it so much better, you know. I just wanted to get some more content out and keep things rolling. Tried some new things, you know. It was fun. I definitely liked the fighting scene and the timing, and yeah, calling Satan what he is. It is. That was probably a highlight for me. We want to inspire more people to create content too. That's really what my goal is, to let people know that there's other ones out here that are speaking this truth. And, you know, I'm looking forward to making more content as well as you. And we'll see whatever they give us, that'll be the content that we can only do what, you know, the Spirit leads us. And we can only cover like the fact that they had those toe tapping dudes with the piccolo, right? They gave us that content.
They got to put it out there for us to mock it, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm just thankful for, you know, having this opportunity to share content with people. And again, it doesn't matter if I get 5 views, right? I really don't care. The people that I love, that I create the content for, they get to watch it. That's who I'm targeting with my content. I'm not thinking that I'm going to change anyone's opinion. And, you know, gotta let Satan know that I'm always right by him, ready to go if he ever, you know, if we're getting the word.
So the question was asked during the video, like, where did these words come from? The narrative, the script that was in the video. You want to tell people where that narrative came from, bro?
Which one? Sorry?
In the video that you just made.
Which narrative? The fight scenes?
No, the words. The words. Where did the words come from? Like,
yeah, yesterday I just was totally inspired. The message, the download. I just started typing. It just came to me like
almost like lyrics to a song, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was scripture. It was all scriptural message, and you 100% wrote it, and it's awesome. People appreciate it. I appreciate it. We need more of that, bro.
I like to think that I'm probably my biggest fan, and not that I call anyone that tunes in a fan, right? You're like a family member to me, and I just think it's great that the creator favored me enough to give me the chance to put stuff together like that. And it's only going to get better and stronger. And that's what we got to do. Inspire other people to do the same type of thing, right? I got to fix something with the sound. So talk a bit, bro.
Howdy. How am I coming through tonight?
Hey, you're low, but I can fix that.
Somehow we got to figure out how, once we set something to like permanently lock it. Like, I don't know if we can weld something on the computer to keep it from changing, but
yeah, that's not what it is. Unfortunately, that's not what it is. So you should be a lot louder now. Let me hear you. I'll look on my screen below. I'm talking on.
So we're hanging in there. I was a bit bummed out today, but been bummed out multiple times. Like, as soon as you start putting your hope in a certain date, a certain event, and it passes, of course your hopes are going to be crushed, right? So try to not put too much weight, too much energy into any sort of upcoming event. I try not to. But still, I was getting excited for this. There was all these troops. Like, we're at the gym working out, and a couple that they're sort of like mega people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were telling us about how right here we're in an outskirt city of Austin, so we're not in Austin proper. And so in this outskirt city, they were saying that, confirmed that the whole place was jam-packed with CIA and FBI, because they knew somebody that worked there as a maid or something. They were saying that the whole place, they had taken over the whole hotel.
That's correct.
loaded up with all these FBI and CIA, and we're hearing that downtown Austin was shut down and cordoned off, and so we were thinking that, you know what, they might be staging some sort of big event.
Yeah.
The day passed without a big event, and
Yeah.
could something still pop off? Sure, but it's not really something that I'm going to sit around and talk about, be waiting for, right?
Yeah, I told them to keep their kids home, right? As soon as I heard that the CIA and FBI were staged, you know, somewhere around here, I thought to myself, okay, they're going to pull something off, right? So the truth of it is maybe they were actually worried that true people that they've trolled were actually going to do something, right? But what they had done, we had explained earlier, is that they ran their PSYOP so that the Capitol would have, you know, all the attention. Everyone has only so much money to travel. Everyone spent all their money, already went and did that. They controlled it, they set it up, and they demonized the Patriots with that move. Everything that Trump has done since he was elected and put into office was negative against the truth. Every single thing that he's done. We were the ones telling you that he was actually a Democrat, that he was on camera, literally, you can do your research, saying he can't relate to Republicans. He grew up in New York City. There's a video of him kissing Rudy Giuliani in drag. Okay? He was, what's his name's F-boy, right? There's pictures of him wearing like bunny ears or something, following this mafia guy around. So I think it was Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. I don't know for sure. No, it was someone else. But anyways, like, everything that he did was completely to silence the truth. They used him as a catalyst to bring out the people that could actually go against the New World Order. And we call them Q-tards, right? This is what we saw evolve. This is what we've seen go down. Now, I think they were actually worried that real people, like people that actually love America, love the values that it stood for, like freedom, free speech, all these things used to be great. You know, productivity. You could gain a company and make as much money as you wanted. It used to be the land of the free. Everybody had the big go to America dream, right? And what they've done is they've basically crushed it. And what's come into play now is similar to things like in Canada or in China or Australia. Everything's turned into this communist. You have to have a franchise to open up. You can't open up Jay's Smoked Barbecue. Like this, you're not allowed. And what they're just slowly and surely clamping down. We know that people are going to get retarded with the vaccines. We already brought that up. But really, you know, are they going to start chipping and tracking us? Is that what more than with our phones, right? Like they literally need to create the mark of the beast system. That's what. And also one other thing, Jason, to point out is that there was the prophecy in the scriptures that said there was a king, and then the seventh king, and then for a short time, the sixth king would come back. So we could see something go down. I know that's probably what the Q-tards are saying, right? Trust the plan. We put Kamala and Biden in because that was the plan to really take down the satanic elite, right? So maybe they are going to flip the switch.
I don't know. I just can't see how they could let all that stuff that was like really pre-programmed, the Illuminati card for Trump, the Simpsons, the everything that got coded up for Trump, there's really none of it for Biden whatsoever. I just don't see, he just has no star power. He doesn't have it. And somehow I don't see Biden sticking around long, whether or not that means Kamala taking over or Nancy Pelosi or something like that. Who knows? But I just don't see him sticking around long.
No, he can't even read his lines at all. What is the thing about... Okay, so someone asked, Potato Network, don't know if it's a troll, they asked, what's the... Oh, they're gone. But we use the name Yahweh and Yahushai already expressed why. We use the Paleo-Hebrew, the language that the angels speak, that all the righteous men down through Enoch, through Adam, and on, spoke that language. And there was no other vowel, right, except the ah sound, and sometimes I. So it was ah, ba, ga, da, how, wa. Go figure, the Father's name is right in the alphabet, right? Yahweh and Yahushai. And also, the Father's name has to contain the Son's name. So if you try to say that the Father is Yahweh then the son's name can't be Jesus, because that's not the same name. It's Yahweh Shai. And that's the question answered for Potato Network. If you want to be unbanned, you can email me and explain.
Yeah, well, the other thing that just knowing this information is really helpful. To know where the name Jesus originated from, to know that it was the Jesuits that created the name just after the letter J was created. So the J and V were created in 1524. I think it was 1534 that the Jesuits came up with their secret society of Jesus. That was the first time people had ever heard such a name like that. And so it's another Catholic. The Catholics put forth, what? A false name for the Christ? What? See, I grew up thinking, like, being told that Catholics were sort of like Christians. It really wasn't until
I thought that as well.
Yeah, it really wasn't until the whole truther thing, when I started breaking down how many people are in on the lie, how many people are in on it. Once you know that Earth is not a spinning ball flying through space, you realize there's actually a lot of people on it. And so all the secret societies all funnel back to the Vatican, which is really Babylon the Great.
All roads lead to Rome, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just was thinking about that recently, that so all these secret societies have their roots obviously in the Vatican. We know that the Ashkenazis, or the Jews that say that they're Jews that aren't really Jews, that group of people, if we think about people over in Israel, they didn't come in, they didn't create themselves, right? There was a group behind them that orchestrated the entire event, that put them in place. So where did all that leadership come from? Who orchestrated that behind the scenes? And if you look at it, you can see that all the governments of the world, all the religions of the world, now all the media, everything like that has controllers in place that are Jesuit, Freemason, Knights Templar, Rosicrucian, one of these secret societies, and they are the ones that are the decision makers in those organizations. There's a lot of people in those organizations that don't know that they're being led by those types of people.
Yeah.
I was one of those growing up, that I grew up Jehovah's Witness. My parents are Jehovah's Witness, and so I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know that it was a Freemason organization. Now, after doing the research, it's blatantly obvious. They're kingdom halls. These halls are 100% Freemasonic organizations. They were created by a guy who was a 33-degree Knights Templar and was one of the 13 Illuminati family lines. So it's really pervasive, much more so than I had ever suspected. But once you start breaking down lies and you see who sticks with what side, you start to understand who does know and who doesn't know. If you confront a person on the name Jesus and you let them know that, hey, listen, that name was created 500 years ago by the Jesuits, chances are that name's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
And then they adamantly stick with it, like, no, it has to be Jesus. Well, it can't be. It's impossible for it to be. At what point, does the cognitive dissonance break? And at what point does a person just toe the line completely because they're part of a satanic shilling program? So
at some point, we all come to the crossroads where we have to make a decision on whether we're going to stick with the lie that we were told, or are we going to move forward with the truth, no matter how painful the cognitive dissonance is. This is something that spiritual warfare, comes with. We were told in the book of Thomas that, how will you know us? Well, they'll know us by the way we're able to move and repose. We were able to learn and unlearn, right? We're able to move to higher levels of knowledge. And that's the key. That's what we're going to continue to do this next year. We're just thankful, again, that everybody showed up tonight to hang out with us. Again, we're sorry that all the Capitol buildings didn't blow up, and that all the satanic pedophiles weren't taking it down, because Jason and I are two of the people that truly wish that all lies and deception could be taken away. All the satanic pedophile stuff is the most disgusting thing. These people have no idea what's waiting for them. We want all of it gone. We want the kingdom to be here. We want to be a part of that realm. We're absolutely sick and tired of all the lies, all the corruption. It's gross. Like, and maybe now that the Q-tards have gone through this, maybe we're going to see more people joining into the true spiritual war, where they're actually calling out the deceptions and not following and trusting any plan, finding the Creator's plan. We'll see what we're going to do. We're going to keep fighting, right?
Yeah, quitting's not an option. This is, you got to play it through to the end.
Yeah.
There's no giving up on this team. The numbers don't discourage us. We would love to be able to share the message with more people. Maybe they are getting the message. Sorry, my nose is going nuts.
Yeah, you've got your allergies. So, is there anything that anyone in the chat wanted to say or ask before we shut the hangout down? Now will be a time. I'm looking at it, and we're happy to answer any questions that anyone has. I'm just excited for another opportunity, another day to try to do something better. You know, what are your feelings, Jay? Your last feelings here?
So it's the 20th. I'm trying to think of what we have calendar-wise coming up. We've been talking about how
Purim, right? Isn't it?
Purim.
Purim.
So we got to understand that this would be a year that an extra Adar is added, and when the extra Adar is added, it goes before the regular Adar. So it's Purim is celebrated in the month right before Nisan. So we'll pinpoint that date, and we'll talk about it. And then after that Nisan, it's going to take us into Passover and the Lord's evening meal.
Yeah. So we've got that to look out for. And who knows what the Biden transition's got up their sleeve, right? We haven't had any false flags. Haven't had any news for a long time, except for the election fraud and the election before that and the coronavirus before that. So, well, I guess the George Floyd thing, I'm neglecting to talk about that. That does constitute as a staged script. So we have seen some stuff. I'm looking back in the chat now. If anybody, like I said, has anything to say. Not seeing too many questions. Everyone would thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I'm so thankful that I got to share. We got 2 new videos. Jason did his one pointing out, I thought it was hilarious, the comparison from Greta to Lisa, right? It's so true. It's unbelievably crazy that we got to see that. And I thought that was great. And I'm just super thankful that the Creator put that video inside me to share with everyone else. If I upload it to YouTube, please share it, if you can.
Yeah, make sure you get it published as a solo piece.
I will. It's already up. I'll probably premiere it tomorrow or something. But again, I don't care if there's one view. I'm just happy that we got to share this time together. I thought it was pretty funny going over this military stuff. I'm still in shock. If anyone in the military could comment below why there wasn't a flyover or a tank or anything to show why did they have guys playing piccolos, tapping their feet, and pirate costumes. I'm really confused as to how that was a show of military readiness. If anyone can help me out on that one.
Yeah, no Space Force guys in invisible suits or anything, or maybe they were invisible and that's the reason why we didn't see them.
Yeah, where was Space Force, right? So I guess that's pretty much it, man. Thank you, brother, for all you do. I'm super excited that we might be back on Friday. Right? We'll see what happens or transpires in the in between. Please get involved, spread your message, share some love. Thank you guys. We love you with all of our hearts. Jason, you've got the last word.
Yeah, we love you. We do this to be able to communicate and share with all of you. If there's something to talk about, we'll be live Friday, and if not, plan on Sunday. But thank you, everyone. Hang in there. Go Team Yahushai.
Satan, you're a bitch.